7 o'clock. What would you be looking to do around about now? You know, let us into let us into your life a little bit on a Friday.
Yeah, Friday nights is really exciting because you know, we obviously, Lindsay and I, we work so much during the week, and we have a nanny during the day just so we could both work, and then but the weekends it's just us and Bandit. So it's really exciting on that Friday because you're like, cool, we got a whole weekend. It's just us and her, and you know, we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do. We're gonna go for a walk, or we're gonna go, you know, let it run around and yell somewhere.
Bandit is one of the greatest names.
Thank you.
I think for a small child.
It suits her. Let me tell you.
It's amazing.
She is, yeah.
Was there a list of names?
No.
That you had, or was that was just it? Bandit.
That was it. There's no fallback name.
Absolutely fantastic. You enjoying being a dad, by the way?
I love being a dad, you know. And it's something that, you know, obviously your brain, a lot of stuff goes through your head, like, oh, am I going to be good at it? I'm afraid of it, you know, all this stuff. And then you just settle into it, and you just do it, and you're just a dad.
Were you terrified for a period of time?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I was definitely scared, you know, because you just want to be a good dad. That's it. You never want to be a crappy dad. When,
you know, Bandit gets to an age where she realises what father does, will you be taking her out on the road so she can watch, so she can be a part of it and just...
Absolutely. I think I have to do this at least long enough for her to understand exactly what it is and see it at least once. I still say to Lindsay all the time, too, I was like, you have to make sure that you're back on stage, too. She needs to see what you do.
Absolutely. Would you like Bandit to get into music, perhaps, or would you just not care?
Yeah, I kind of feel like I would definitely support, you know, with the exception of maybe a reality television star, I would probably support any decision that she had.
Reality TV, good call. Okay, let's play a song. You've been choosing them all week. You've been doing a fantastic job.
Oh, thank you. Oh, we're going to hear Fake Plastic Trees by Radiohead.
Yeah.
Yes, always. Loved them since the first record, too, and then... awesome to watch a band grow so much and change so much and do what they want. It's nice.
I've struggled with them, to be honest.
Have you?
Yeah, I've really tried.
Is it the later material you struggled with?
I don't know. I got taken to a gig by a mate of mine many, many years ago. And he was really, really pumped up and excited about going to see them. And he didn't have anyone to go with, so I went, you know, fine, you know, it's a good experience and we'll see what happens. And I have to say, it was the longest 2.5 hours of my life. It just was. I don't know whether it's because I wasn't into the music or I didn't know the records so much, but...
Let's see. What have I been listening to lately? I've been listening to Sleigh Bells a lot.
Okay.
And MIA. Like, I guess I like more electro these days or things like that.
See, I've been listening to Motown.
Oh, have you? That's great. That's great.
Which is my wife's fault, but I quite like it.
No, I think Frank listens to a ton of Motown. He loves that kind of stuff, you know.
Brilliant. Well, you can't just listen to one thing all the time, can you?
No, you can't.
Okay. Talking of music, although, should we do a question?
Let's do a question.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think it's maybe our last one's from Alice Pinheiro?
Pinheiro?
From Sao Paulo, which is where my friends Gabrielle and Fabio are from. Let's see. You talk about being heavily inspired by film during the making of Danger Days. Was this the case for your previous albums? And if so, what films inspired you for which albums? All right. Well, this is going to sound weird, but while we were making Black Parade, on repeat, we had Passion of the Christ.
That's heavy going, isn't it?
I'm sure that's not a shocker for anybody.
Come on.
We just, things that they had to get so dark that we had to just put, it became... funny after a while, the fact that we were just always have Passion of the Christ on while we were doing on repeat while we were doing Black Parade, just because it was so brutal.
Man, you must have been fun to hang around with.
I wasn't at all. That's the thing. During Parade, I was so not fun to hang out with. I was just grim. Everything was dark and it's full of misery and nothing but, you know, volume down Passion of the Christ constantly.
Okay. Well, I understand the film addiction thing, though, because I used to go through a stage, particularly when I was younger, watching films over and over and over again. I remember watching Caddyshack.
Oh, my God.
You know, which is completely polar opposite to Passion of the Christ, but watching that probably, I don't know, 24 times over the summer holidays.
That's pretty amazing.
When I was younger. But that's a great film.
That is a great film. You know, the ones that always pop up Blade Runner for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
We always run movies while we're in the studio, and we run them while we're tracking. And Blade Runner was just always one of those movies that was on. So that also during Black Parade. Occasionally when we would need a break from Passion of the Christ, we put on Blade Runner.
Does your wife, because I just want to ask you a question here, because my wife gets really frustrated with me, because I will see a film come on ITV or whatever, and it'll be Predator or Commando or something like that. Oh, I've got to watch a bit of that, so I'll watch it in bed or whatever. She's like, you've seen this film 26 times, why do you need to watch it again?
You know what? This is crazy, but me and Lindsay have the exact same taste in films.
Wow.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Okay.
And by saying that, I mean sometimes, like, we're so easygoing with movies that even if it's kind of not our thing, we'll watch it. Like, we'll just put something, a lot of times we're like, we just want to put something stupid on. And we watch something stupid, something we would have never gone to the theater to see.
See, I don't go to the theatre anymore.
It's
people.
I stopped going years ago for the same reason. I don't know why.
People are rude.
I think it's what it is.
Is
when the cell phone got big, that's when I was done with movie theaters.
I went recently, and there was a fight in the corner.
See, there's that stuff, too.
Exactly.
Well, you know what? There's certain theaters I go to that you could find you go to an art house theater, you're in good shape. Like, we went and saw Black Swan. That was our first time in the movies in a long time, and there's an art house theater.
Well, we went to an art house theatre. There's one in Birmingham called
Right.
The Electric, and we went recently thinking, all right, you pay a bit of extra, and people will be quiet. But no, someone took their own crisps in, which you're not supposed to do. And it was
and just start crisping up. Huh?
so now what we do is we drive out to cinemas out in the country where there's no one there.
Yeah, you got to pick a good theater. That's a big
I
part.
think we sound quite old, actually.
I know we do, yeah.
Never mind. Pick a song.
Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Black Betty by Ram Jam.
Ooh. Gerard Way, who has been fantastic company all of this week, choosing music and answering questions and whatnot. Would you like to take on another fan question, Gerard?
Let's see. Well, we're out of highlighted ones, so I'm going to have to choose one here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. From Scary Scarlet in Brazil. Do you still like the guys in Speedos we have in Brazil? We never did, and we still don't.
Right, okay.
So that's...
You didn't strike me as a Speedo kind of man, to be honest.
No, I don't like Speedos.
You don't want to see that, do you, on a beach?
No.
To be honest, it's not nice. Got a nasty image in my head now, to be honest. Let's get rid of it.
You're just picturing a Brazilian beach and Speedos and oil
And
lotion.
pouch.
Pouch.
That's too much, isn't
Plums.
it? All
How
right,
about that?
play a song.
Here we go. We're going to hear Sympathy for the Devil by the Rolling Stones.
Brilliant.